not obsessed.
Download VPN.
Ghanaian Gen Zs being disconnected from the culture.
I know what Mr. Light come to see.
You not see many Ghanaians walking around in Kente.
The Indomie generation. Your generation is shaky kakra. Hello and welcome back to Next Gen Convos with Stella. We're so happy to have you joining us again for another real conversation. Christabel and Anna are back, and we are going to dive into two more stereotypes that are often thrown around. And today we don't want to waste time because the things we are about to talk about. Anyways, let's get into it. So one of the other stereotypes is that Gen Z is really obsessed with social media. How true is this?
Okay. Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Should I go?
This topic is very controversial. Go ahead.
Okay, I won't deny it because
Because it's true.
Wait, okay. So I agree that we use social media a lot, but it's not our fault. We were born like at a time where social media is at its peak. I feel like the other generations don't use it as much because like they were now learning it while we were being brought up in it. So yeah.
okay, so as she said, we were born like when social media was at its peak. So I feel like it's just a way of connecting with friends and the world. And most people think our obsession with it is just posting and scrolling all day. But I feel like that's how we understand what's happening in the world.
Because social media is very beneficial. It's not just for entertainment. Like for example, I hear a lot of news on it before, like about things going on around the world before I hear it from like people in real life or hear about it in real life.
So I hear you. Would you say so? Obviously, I think a majority of people would agree that social media has its bad side. Now, when you say someone is obsessed with something, okay, obsession has a negative connotation to it. Yeah. So, are you agreeing that you're obsessed with it and you cannot do without your phones or screens? Like, if I take your phone away for you from a day, are you going to be able to live a normal life without your phones?
To be honest, in the beginning, it will be hard because if you take away something that you're used to, obviously, it will take you a while to get adjusted to the new situation.
Okay.
But then we'll still find our way around it.
Exactly.
Like, we'll find something to do.
Okay, Christopher, what about you? Would you agree that social media obsession, because I think both of you are saying that
We're not obsessed.
you're not obsessed.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Really obsessed. Yes.
Yes, we are not
I wouldn't
obsessed.
say obsession per se.
Okay,
but
what word would you use?
it plays a vital role in our lives.
But it's not obsession.
Yeah, we are used to it.
Okay.
We are not obsessed with it per se. Like,
We are not addicted.
yes, we are not addicted.
Well, I think some people would think otherwise.
Wow.
But we hear you. Yes, we hear you. And I really hope what you're saying is what it is. Because I think I see a lot of you on your phones, majority of it. Like,
Yeah,
in fact, all the time. There's
we are communicating with our friends, socializing through online platforms, and checking out for what's going on like in recent times. Yeah.
Would you
do
say
it too, don't you?
Oh yeah, but I
But-
can be without my phone for
And what would you be doing? Talking to other people?
talking to other people.
Yes.
Yeah, but what if you're
But
alone?
in a situation where we are alone, we also talk to other people through social media.
Through social.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've heard you, but would you say having to live your lives on social media, and I'm using that term because you said it plays like a vital role in your lives. Having to live your life on social media, would you say it's had some negative effects on maybe your studies or other parts of your lives? Say your relationship with people.
So social media, like everything else in the world, has its downsides or its negative sides.
Okay.
It can be addictive sometimes. So honestly, you just have to learn to have a balance with it.
Okay.
Like, and it can also help with schoolwork as well.
Yeah.
Like, there are various videos online you can use to help you study and stuff. So it has its bad sides, but if you use it wisely, yeah, it won't be a problem.
Okay. You mentioned something about using it wisely or balancing how you use it. Like, give us a typical example of how you use social media
Okay, so I try
and
not
how
to
you
be-
balance everything.
So most of the time I'm on my phone, I'm talking to friends or communicating with my family. So I feel like we shouldn't be on social media platforms 24/7. Like, it's fun, I get it, but sometimes you have to learn to put it down. Like, you should be able to know when you've used your phone for a long period of time and it's getting too much, and tell yourself, okay, let me find something else to do. Let me read a book or let me sleep or something.
Okay. So, Christabel, how long do you stay on your phone
Let me check my.
Like,
in a day? Like in a day, roughly, how many hours do you spend on your?
yeah. Okay, so on weekdays, I don't think I'm really on my phone that much because when I wake up, I go to school and I get home late most of the time. So I just like use my phone for about an hour and a half. Then, if I had homework or any assignments before, if it's not too late, I'll still use my phone. But if it is, I just go and sleep.
Sleep. What about the weekends?
On the weekend, Saturdays, I barely use my phone
Yeah,
because
actually.
I'm at dance like from morning to evening.
Okay.
And
Yeah, for example, I can come here with my phone being 50% and leave with it at like 35 or
Yeah.
39. Because
Okay. We hear you. All right. I still have my reservations about they saying they are not obsessed, but we definitely hear where you're coming from, and so that is fine. I know some schools permit some of their students to take their phones or their tablets to school. Can you explain that whole dynamics? Are you one of those students, and can you explain how that
let me
works?
say my first. So,
Okay.
I'm not allowed to send my phone to school,
Okay.
but if you do, they keep it at the security post and take it after. So me, I don't use my phone in school. How about you, Crystal?
I don't use my phone in school either. Okay, my school allows tablets
Okay.
during school hours. But if you bring your phone, you have to submit it at the front desk and take it after school.
Okay.
And
I'm very interested in the tablets. Okay. You're allowed to use your tablets. Do you have apps on your apps like I said phone on your tablets? Apps like TikTok, Snapchat, and how do you stop yourself from using those apps?
okay, so my school has blocked, like has put a restriction on TikTok and those apps.
Okay.
So you're not allowed to access those apps during school hours.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
yeah, I'm sure. But what some students do is download VPN and then access some apps like Snapchat during school hours.
She's one.
Are you one of those? Yes.
Not all the time, dude.
Okay. So
But I don't usually go to TikTok in school.
Okay, but would you say, like, explain the whole TikTok, Snapchat dynamics
What's
and
happening?
how it's having like effects on your studies and all of that? Because I think majority of Gen Zs are on Snapchat and TikTok. What do you do there?
I mean, Snapchat, I feel like what most people do is just streaks. That's what, like, they
Okay.
use Snapchat.
But Snapchat is like a messaging app for us. Like the
Okay.
way you guys use WhatsApp more often. We
Mm.
use Snapchat as a communication app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And TikTok.
TikTok, it's just like when you're bored, what you should watch. Like, it's
Yeah,
just-
entertainment.
yeah,
That's your
sort of
entertainment. Okay. All right. And at any point in time, does it look like those apps are getting in the way of your studies or other things you need to do? Be honest, though. No, I
No.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think so too.
No.
Okay. We'll leave it here, and hopefully our viewers will also share their comments and their personal stories with us. But I want us to go into the next one, and that one is very dear to my heart. And it's about Gen Zs or Ghanaian Gen Zs being disconnected from the culture and our values, the values we hold as a society. So, what do you think? Is it true? Do you at any point feel disconnected from Ghanaian cultural values or the culture itself?
I think sometimes it's true because maybe, let me just use the social media thing.
Okay.
So I feel like some people sometimes like get into it too much and they forget like real life interactions such as like maybe family events or gatherings.
Okay.
So I feel like some of them are living like digital lives and forgetting about the real surroundings.
Okay.
Okay. And I feel like with response to what you said, some Gen Zs, like, because of too much use of social media, they adopt what they see on social media and
Okay.
neglect their own culture.
Okay.
Yeah, so this contributes to what you are saying. But me personally, even though I learn about the culture of those outside of Ghana, I still try to stay in touch with my own culture and like try and speak my native language sometimes
Okay.
at home.
Okay.
Yeah, things like that help you like not drift away from your culture.
Hey, I know what Mr. Light come to see.
So, Christabel, Anna mentioned language, okay, as a way of staying in
You
touch
did.
with
Mm-hmm.
Ghanaian culture. What do you do to stay in touch with Ghanaian culture?
Like specifically about language.
No language per se, but how else do you keep in touch with the culture? I mean, culture is very broad, so we can talk language, food, the way we dress,
No,
the way we interact, even like it's our dances. How do you keep in touch with Ghanaian culture without drifting away so much?
why?
You
Yeah.
understand tree?
Yeah, that's like
Okay.
one of the most important languages to our culture.
Okay, like the common.
Yeah.
The common one, okay, or wide spoken one. But you said you understand. Can you speak? You can speak Tree. Are you sure? Why are you laughing? It's a way of staying in touch with Ghanaian culture.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we
I
want
can
you to be very honest with us. You can speak
In a way.
in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can speak small. Tree. Okay. All right. What else? Apart from language, how else do you keep in touch? When you look at Gen Z and you look at the way you dress, do you think there's a bit of attachment to Ghanaian culture, or you've adapted the Western way of dressing? Is there a
When
point?
it comes to dressing, everybody has their own unique style.
Okay.
Some people might prefer this over that, but I would say most of Gen Zs in Ghana
Okay.
have adopted the Western style.
Okay.
But yeah, but I feel like most of the people in Ghana, even though they are not part of Gen Z, like you, for example, you still dress as the Western style. Yeah, because
Okay.
recently you not see many Ghanaians walking around in kente in their day-to-day activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well, the world is evolving. So.
And some things are more comfortable to
Yeah.
wear. I mean, putting on kente,
In
icy hats.
Ghana,
I mean, yeah. So I understand, but what other way do you try to connect with Ghanaian culture or values apart from language? What about? Let's talk about food. What's your go-to food?
Okay, so most of the Ghanaian foods, such as banku and fufu, they take a lot of time to cook. So that's why most Ghanaians prepare them on a Sunday afternoon when there's a lot of time. But you know, during the week, it would be very difficult to now come and prepare this entire meal before you eat. And then you have other stuff to do before the next school day or work day. So I feel like most of us are like, we now eat foreign foods.
Like
Like,
pizza.
yeah.
Oh, but I feel like
But even like there are some restaurants that do like the bankus and everything. So if you during the week, if you want to order some fufu to eat,
It's possible, but not preferred.
it's So okay. So in terms of food, your generation is shaky
I-
kakra.
they just want what's easy to prepare, like stuff like rice,
Indomie. Is that why you're called the Indomie generation?
And I wonder if we give us that
Who
name.
did that?
Well, I don't want to go so much into that, but let's try and then conclude this episode on a positive note. Please share your last words, and then let's get the episode wrapped up.
To all our Gen Z viewers out there, I feel like you should really try and remember your background, like you are still a Ghanaian, even though you might get caught up in social media and prefer the cultures of those around us. You should still know that you're Ghanaian first. Yeah.
Well said. Christabel, any last words?
Okay, and I feel like we shouldn't get too obsessed with social media platforms because they have some disadvantages. So we should just try to balance the use of social media and the interaction with the real surroundings.
Yeah.
Okay, so you heard from your Gen Zers. Okay, thank you so much, Anna and Christabel, for passing through and for sharing your insights with us. We are so grateful to hear your vibrant voices and breaking down some of these stereotypes. Do well to subscribe, click that notification button for more episodes, and see you later.